Hey guys, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I just literally now, I wrapped up two videos. I got another question that came in on Facebook as I was uploading one of them. So I still have the camera on and everything. I'm going to do a quick video. It's about the TMF. Dan, what is the TMF? And I replied, what does TMF mean? I don't know myself. Trial master file. Okay, and I didn't know it was I've heard that term before, but I'm not familiar with the acronym because I've always called it regulatory binder or study file notebook, study file master notebook, but it could be called the trial master file as well. That varies from country to country, and even within the U.S. across various parts of the country it's referred to as other things, but whatever it's referred to, the purpose is the same. All the regulatory documents for a clinical trial are kept, maintained, updated as needed in the TMF. This person's going to get a job interview. She wants to be a CRA, and one of her roles is going to be managing different sites and making sure they're managing their TMFs or their regulatory binders properly. So the first form that goes in there is the 1572. It's the most important form in research. The PI signs it. It's filed with the FDA. It has the sponsor name, the protocol, a little blurb about the protocol, the IRB. All the sub-investigators are listed. Whenever you add a new sub-I or you remove one, a new 1572 has to be generated and sent to the FDA. So that's the 1572. You also have financial disclosure forms, and we've talked about all these different forms on the blog in the past. Financial disclosure forms are signed by every sub-investigator that's listed on that 1572. It basically is going to say, is there a conflict of interest here? Do you own stock in the sponsor company more than $50,000? And just because you do doesn't mean you can't do the study. You just need to disclose it with the FDA and with the sponsor. So there's the 1572, the financial disclosure forms. There's IRB rosters. It basically tells you everyone on the ethics committee. There's IRB approval notices. Okay, so before your site is given approval, you got to submit a survey to the IRB. They ask you questions about your site. All the trainings, GCP trainings, IATA, CLIA waivers, all that stuff goes in the master file or the regulatory binder. Any serious adverse event notices that you'll get from other sites are kept there. Usually they have like a master informed consent log or an enrollment log where you list each subject as they join the study. That's kept in there. Any correspondence between the site and the sponsor or the site and the monitors are kept there. Let me see what else it goes in there. There's a lot that goes in there. You don't need to put the contract in there, okay? Some sites do, but oftentimes you don't, because you may not want everyone to see the financial aspects of the clinical trial. And should you get audited by the FDA, you don't necessarily want the FDA to see that either. So you could just put a note to file that the contract is kept in a different location. Informed consent, the latest approved informed consents are kept in the master file. The investigator brochure, which is everything that's known about the particular study drug that's being studied, is in there. That's about 300 pages. The protocol and all the protocol amendments that come over the course of the trial are put in there. Contact list of the CRAs and the different individuals you can contact from the study is there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So the financial disclosures in the 1572, I mean, that's about it. Anything that's not clinical, that's not a source document that goes in the patient chart, goes in the regulatory binder or the master file. So anything you can think of, and the thing has to be maintained constantly. Safety reports, once they're received at the site and the PI reviews and signs them, they go in there. Monitoring letters go in there. Oftentimes the PIs have to sign that they received those. Site visit log, each time a monitor or someone from the sponsor comes to the site, they have to sign a form. So those are the kind of things that are in there. Hopefully this helps. Keep your questions coming. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I need more questions. Send them in.